Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Head. You made the spectacular, terrific, the great one, the People's Champion. Your host, and welcome back to the Baseball Head 2. And hope you like this video and hit that subscribe button so turn the lights on in this place. I'm going to get into the top 10 free agents for next off-season, believe it or not. Believe it or not. We haven't started the 25 season. We're going to talk about the 2025-26 free agent class. And it's an interesting one. Very interesting group of players. So let's go through it. CBS Sports put this out. That's why I'm doing it. I think it's interesting. Top 10 MLB free agents for 25 through 26 offseason. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. leads list plus contract predictions. And they don't put Pete Alonso on here. So we'll get through this. Number 1, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., first baseman with the Blue Jays. Guerrero's game is as straightforward as it gets. He doesn't run well, and he's never going to win another Gold Glove award. So be it. He can really hit, and he's both durable and young. I would mention he did have a knee injury 2 years ago. Could not play in the World Baseball Classic. He won't celebrate his 27th birthday until after signing a long-term contract. Guerrero has a fast bat and impressive barrel control, a combination granting him above-average contact rates and power to all fields. Those old, seemingly overzealous comparisons to Miguel Cabrera have aged surprisingly well, to the extent that it seems reasonable to project Guerrero as a major piece of a team's lineup for the next decade. But he will get paid, according to them. Guerrero will be a fascinating case study. The public estimates about his next deal are at odds with the history of how front offices view his profile. Right-handed first baseman. Pete Alonso's $27 million is the richest ever for a free agent first baseman. Guerrero will make more, and he's making $28.5 in his final arbitration-eligible season. On top of his skill set and rate and age, his distinction as the closest thing to an elite hitter the market will feature for a few years ought to work in his favor. The writer assumes he'll become the 7th free agent hitter to clear a $35 million AAV, and he might soar even higher than that for now. They'll err on the conservative side. Prediction for him, 12 years, $456 million. $38 million per year. The money per year is fine. The 12 years, I wouldn't touch that. I wouldn't touch that. Just because of he's not his father. I mean, his father was a very athletic player. Junior is not an athletic player. He's not going to age well. That goes for any team, but be very, very careful. I would give him 6 years, to be honest with you. Now, what team's going to be in on him? Red Sox. People are going to be talking about the Mets. I don't think he's going to go to the Mets. I don't think the Mets are going to have the stomach to want to sign him to a 12-year deal. Maybe the years, maybe 6 years, but not 12 years. They let it be known that they will not go over. They will not sign another massive contract to another player. Now, it's different between him and Soto. Soto's an outfielder, and pretty much it's universally believed that Soto will be a Hall of Famer if he's on this continued trajectory. And I was telling somebody today at work that he has a chance over the next 5 years to put Hall of Fame numbers up for the Mets. Can Junior do this? Vladimir Guerrero Jr.? I don't think so. It's just my opinion. I look at things very objectively. Now, what teams? I said the Red Sox, the Mets. Keep an eye on one real dark horse team, the Angels, because his father played for the Angels. He grew up in Anaheim. People don't talk about it, but he spent a lot of time in Anaheim, obviously, running around the outfield in Los Angeles with his father. Also, keep an eye on the Rangers as well, because his father played there as well. It's just obvious stuff. He's very family-oriented. I can't pick, for whatever reason, I just don't picture him in a big market. Or even re-signing with the Blue Jays. Okay? I just don't see him in a big market. That's why I'm very surprised about the Red Sox. But, if they talk to, if they have David Ortiz talk to him about the Dominican sort of connection with him and the town, maybe he'd be swayed to go to Boston. But I don't see the Mets doing it. And the Yankees won't either because apparently he doesn't like the Yankees. So, But just keep that in mind. That's just an opinion of one person. Number 2 on this list, Kyle Tucker, outfielder of the Cubs. Tucker was on the short list of best players to change teams over the offseason. He impacts the game in all phases and contributes in each of the triple/slash categories, having the power and speed to notch multiple 2020 seasons to playing Gold Glove caliber defense in a corner. Last year would represent his 4th consecutive 5+ WAR season, were it not for a right shin fracture that limited him 78 games. Cal Tucker as another potentially interesting case study in terms of production. He's undeniably one of the best 12 or so players in the sport. They're not sure, the writer's not sure that he has the perception to match. In a sense, that makes him the inverse of Guerrero. They can theorize on why that is. He's a low-key individual who has played alongside more established stars for the duration of his career in Houston. His game is broad rather than concentrated in a way that would have him ranked top statistical leaderboards and so on. The writer's guess is some will find this prediction too aggressive at first, and they think that supports my point about his perception working against him. Now he's 29. They're saying here 9 years, $333 million. Which teams will be in on him? I would think the Yankees would be. They're going to want to replace Soto because Yankee fans don't want to talk about it, but they took a big hit losing Soto because he gave the Yankee lineup balance. He would give them more balance than what Cody Bellinger is giving them, or is going to give them. That's for sure. The Cubs could re-sign him. Of course, the Dodgers will be in on him. The Mariners, maybe the Mets. Mets could put him in right field, and they can have Soto in left field. But then is the club too left-handed? That's that's something to figure out for next season. But those are some of the teams. Plenty of teams will be in on him. He's a very good player. He's a winning player too. Next up is Dylan Cease. Cease now a 2-time top 5 finisher in Cy Young Award balloting. Has lead stuff that has empowered him to average nearly 11 strikeouts per 9 innings for his career. Last season, he posted the best walk rate of his big league career, issuing a free pass about every 3 innings. Despite Cease's past wildness, he's managed an ERA plus a 110 or better in 4 of his 5 full-length seasons. Another high season will solidify Cease as the best pitcher in this class. For now, appears to be a 3-arm race. Cease has maintained this whole right-handed Blake Snell thing for years now. It's not a perfect comparison for the purposes because Snell had better statistics and more prestige entering last winter. They're predicting 5 years, $160 million. And he's 29 as well. He's a very interesting pitcher. He's going to get a lot of teams in on him. Will the Mets go after him? If you're a Met fan, maybe. I can see the Yankees going after him, the Cubs going after him, the Dodgers certainly, the Rangers certainly. I don't know him in terms of the personality. Will he be the guy? I don't know what kind of guy he is. Is he a guy that wants the ball in the big spot? Who knows? Zach Gallen of the Diamondbacks. Whereas he said Paul's his trade of a stuff over location approach, Gallen is situated on the other side of the spectrum. He missed time last season because of a hamstring injury, but has still entered the new year having averaged 31 starts per campaign since 2022. Over that same span, he ranked 8th in ERA plus among pitchers with 300 or more innings. That puts him ahead of Cease and even every other pitcher represented on this list. A potential value deflator with Gallen has to do with how typically the pitch quality models view his arsenal. Clearly, that hasn't prevented him from being a top star of the duration of his career. All the same, the writer wonders that some teams might not have the stomach to bet on it continuing. Anyway, for now, the writer is expecting a similar contract to what Snell received here too. So 5 years, $160 million. Now the pitchers are very fragile. You never know. Framber Valdez. Valdez, a 2-time All-Star, is a lefty sinker ball without an impressive baseball savant page. He seldom averages so much as a strikeout per frame, and he regularly surrenders higher than average exit velocities. However, nonetheless, he's one of the better starters in baseball because of geometry. Put it another way, batters might strike his pitches hard, but they usually do so at angles that lead directly into the dirt. They can sting out of their batted balls and render them fieldable ground balls, ground outs. As an added bonus, he's averaged 30 starts per season in the last 3 years. They're saying he's going to get 6 years. He's going to get the biggest contract. I don't know why he's not higher on this list. He's going to get 6 years, 192. He's going to get a big contract. He's left-handed. He's an ace. This guy is an ace of the major order. I wonder if the Mets would be interested in him. And I that's the one thing. Would the Mets be interested in him? Would David Stearns want to have the stomach to give him a deal longer than 3 years? And he loves his lefties, boy. He loves those lefties. That's for sure. He's a guy you got to keep an eye on with the Mets, the Yankees, the Dodgers, the Cubs, the Rangers, the Red Sox, maybe Baltimore if they get off their, start spending some money. Those are teams that could really use a big ace. I mean, he is a big ace. That guy is an ace. He's the best pitcher in the market next year. Walker Buehler. Okay, what are they saying for him? We're just going to go through the numbers. 4 years, $115 million. Well, he has to have a good year and he has to be healthy. That's the big thing with Walker Buehler with the Red Sox right now. Michael King. It'll be interesting to see what happens with him. I don't believe he'll be traded. I don't think he'll be on the market next year. He has an option. So I don't think he'll be there. They're saying 4 years, $110 million. Bo Bichette. Bo Bichette will not be with the Blue Jays next year. He will be on some other team. I can guarantee you that. Where he'll be, good question. Maybe Colorado, just to the hell of it. His father played there. Possibly the Dodgers. Possibly the Angels. I'll throw a team out there. The Yankees. I'll throw the Yankees out there. Why not? He always put Anthony Volpe at second. And he doesn't want to stay there. He doesn't want to be there in Toronto. Bichette. That's pretty well known. Next up is JT Realmuto. He's, how old is he? He's got to be 33 years old. So he's up there in age. They're saying 3 years, $75 million. Where will he be? I could see him staying with Philly. But he's another name on this list. That's a missed opportunity by them past that's regime. That's a mistake. Billy Epler should have signed him going into the 22 season. That would have been a huge bat in the middle of that line. They wouldn't have needed Daniel Vogelback. Just, of Brody Van Wagenen. I'm all right. No, what the hell? I'm getting all these. The Mets have had so many general managers, tough to remember. The hell is the general manager? Zach Scott? Yeah, I'll get it right. Jared Porter. Now, here's the next guy. Last guy on this list is Kyle Schwarber. Now, this guy, he's got big-time power. You put him in the middle of the line, you'll get to the World Series with this guy. They're saying 3 years, $72 million. And you put him in as DH. Let me take a look at his numbers. It's 38 home runs, 104 RBIs last year with the Phillies. This guy hits everybody's fastball. Strikes out a lot. He'll have a low batting average a lot of times. But this guy can break. That's a guy, if you're like close to a World Series team and you need a little thump in your lineup, you bring him in. Because he'll hit 40 home runs. Easy. Very good bat. Very good bat. Keep an eye on him. But at least for after the season. Got to deal with him in season with the Phillies, but I can see him signing with the Phillies, going back to the Cubs, the Mets, the Yankees. Could certainly use him. Yankees, maybe they'll figure out to go back and get some more left-handed hitters again. Well, let me know what you think about this video. Of course, please subscribe to the Baseball Head too. I'll see you later.